Hey there, traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the Russell and major indices recap for June 30th, 2014, last day of June. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Please always make sure that you have a solid trading plan and never move your stop when placing a trade. Looking at our plan for today's market at tradingfibs.com, where you can visit my website every day where I post my ideas of where the market might be going. Again, I have no clue where the market will open in the morning, but at least I'm looking for a trend based on recent performance of the market and where our bias might be. The bias seemed to continue upside, and upside was where we went today. Several pullbacks for the last 7 days, as we have been in an uptrend with hitting 4 out of the 5 average move up level. Hey guys, today on the Russell we hit that line, average move up. It was the last line of the market call. You can find my trading rules here. If you click over all the way to the right, trading rules, this is my synopsis or general review as I am finishing up the last steps on my trading manual. You'll be able to look at that, and as well each morning I post my Russell levels for the day. Let's go ahead and jump in. I trade the TF. That's my one thing, and I know it well, but that doesn't mean my rules don't apply to other markets, as we will run through those indices as well and see where the trading opportunities were based on the rules that I follow and that you can find at my website. As the market opened today at 6:30, we had a nice rise in the morning here. Market was already on an uprise, and actually here's our market open, actually came down quite a little bit, only to pop right back up, establish our 25-minute open range. Daily pivot indicated here by the yellow line. And swing size hourly up at 1191.2. Here we could see the tick count on the Russell. The majority of green triangles up indicated an up day. Our volume market breadth really only gained a little bit of strength at 2 to 1, a little bit popping above on the NASDAQ for the day. And overall AD, advancers minus decliners, holding up here at the pivot a little bit. It is the ADRLD on Thinkorswim platform that I watch and I use to give me market impulse here as far as the advancers minus decliners. Again, starting out all the way at negative 750 and bringing it all the way back up to the pivot and popping up above. Let's jump right into the charts that I use to trade off of each and every day. Taking the same lines here, we could see that the Russell popped right up to the average move up, 1189.6 to close out the day. Market's already opened up for the after hours, but that was our close, 1189.6. What a wonderful way to end the day by hitting our average move up. So we are 1 for 1 for the week. Again, what is it that we're looking for? We're looking for a 2-bar confirmation over the 8 moving average. Confirm on the right-hand side with the 534 EMA. Is our market also in an uptrend for the index? And then to stay in the trade, we used the 513, 21, and 80. So here we had some wonderful opportunities from the beginning of the market, but really a lot of chop. And what we're seeing here actually in the beginning of the day, here's our daily. We opened up weekly opening price in the daily gap, opening up at 1182 and really chopping it up in between there and the daily gap. Let's go back to our chart over here. We could see weekly opening price right here at 182 and then our daily pivot. So a lot of chop within the zone on a 5-minute chart and then on our range chart. So not a lot of opportunity to get into it for a 1-2 bar confirmation. So here we have market open, 6:30. We're dropping a little bit. Couple opportunities. Really the first trade came here at the top of the hour, which market data came out, housing data I believe it was, and offered a 1-2 bar confirmation. But let's take a look at the trade of the day, even though there were several great opportunities. It was this 1-2 bar confirmation right here at post 1.5 hours of the market open. Here we have show this a little bit more focused here. Alright, so here's our 1 bar, 2 bar. Again, I was looking for the break above the weekly opening price. Some of the traders in the sandbox trading room were waiting to break above the open range, which would have been fine. Any of these would have worked out, as we could see here is the 1-2 punch. So here we have 1 bar, 2 bar, close above, closing above the daily gap. Don't want to enter a trade when it is in the gap pivot zone. So there you go, 1, 2. And from there, we had a in sequence. So here we are at 8:19 West Coast time. 8:22, might have had to wait a minute. Again, on the right-hand chart here, this is sometimes where I use maybe a 5-tick range chart to get in on the early entry. Either way, whether you waited 1, 2, 5 minutes just to hold off and be patient, again, chop in the morning session right there would have gotten you chewed up. Wait a little bit of patience, and the rest of the day, all the way. 5 over 34, that's it, 10-tick range chart. Again, a 5-tick range chart would have got me earlier, but there it is. That's what keeps you in the trade. Heikin Ashi bars, buy signal, yes, a little bit of drop, management of the trade on the way up, in combo with the 513.21. There you go, 5 above 13, above 21.80, all the way up to the end of the close at average move up. And that was the Russell. That was the trade of the day. Rules are simple. 2-bar confirmation. I've gone over this in my videos. Again, I'll repeat it. It's there. Confirm with the 534 Heikin Ashi. What keeps you in the trade? The 513.21 and 80 all the way up. Taking a look at some of our other indices around on the YM. We had some other 1-2 nice combo punches right there at the beginning of the session. Here's bar 1, bar 2 close over at 655. Coming into some economic data, here we are at 7 o'clock. We're on a 5-tick range chart here, so crossover just a minute or two later, and boom, keeps you in the trade. 5 over 34 with a 5 over 13.21.80 to keep you in the trade all the way up to the top of the open range. And in coordination here on the DJI, Dow Jones Industrial Index, you had an uptrend as well. So nice trade on the YM, nice trade in the morning. Taking a look at crude, crude also had a nice dump in the mid-session. Again, 1-2 punch up to the top of the 25-minute open range from around the open at 6 o'clock. Here we could see never popped up above the open range. Strength was to the downside, and that's where the best entry was. Here you have 1, 2. You had several other opportunities. Could have waited to enter. One of the other trading rules I like to look for is entry below the 25-minute open range. And right here, this was probably, you could have entered over here, as this was at 7:28 West Coast time. You crossed over the 534 EMA just a little bit later, but really it was here at that 1, 2. You have a 534 EMA crossover. You got a 1, 2 below the 8-period moving average, and you got a 5 under 13.21 and 80, which would have taken you all the way down. So does it work on the Russell? Sure. Does it work on the YM? Absolutely. Crude, also another opportunity. Gold was the winner of the day here, as you can see on a 10-tick range chart. 5 above 34 with a 1, 2. You had several opportunities here in the morning session. Waiting for the break above. 25-minute open range on the dotted lines, 1-hour open range on the solid. Here's several opportunities to hop in. 534 you make crossover, keeps you in. 5 above 13, above 21 and 80 for a nice rise all the way up to Camarilla pivot H4. So very nice trending day on gold. Jumping into the Nasdaq. Nasdaq looked like it was chewing it up this morning. Probably from the market open, there was a lot of chop here. Might have eaten you up, as you can see on the range chart. Here I have it set at a 5-tick range chart. We can tighten that up depending on the action for the day, usually if it's a slower moving day. But it was from the market open, might have gotten you in here at 6:30. Here we have a 1-bar, 2-bar close above. You could have waited for the second bar here at 6:33. You have a 534 EMA crossover, and you already have a 5 above 13, above 21 and 80, and market was already on a upside. Here we have the market open, bang, right there. So Nasdaq NDX is ripping upside. You already have a 513.21, 85 has crossed over to 34. You have a 2-bar confirmation, which would have taken you up to at least the high of the 25-minute open range. Second trade here, over here in the mid, about 1.5 past hour. Again, 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation. 534 EMA crossover as well, which would be taking you up from about 38.40 to 38.50. And you had a Heikin Ashi on the 513.21.80, which had also crossed over here at the same time. So NASDAQ, not too bad. Two good trades out of that. And to wrap up, we have the most commonly traded out there for our newbie traders. Wonderful opportunity from the onset of the market. Market opening again was choppy in the morning. Probably would have waited for that first 30 minutes sit out. It was that first, again, showing up on several of our indices. 1, 2, there it is. 1, 2, bar confirmation over the 8-period moving average. Here we are waiting for the top of the hour data. 5 crosses the 34. Heikin Ashi bar solid all the way up to the top of the 25-minute open range. We had a confirmation that followed over here, right here, 7 o'clock hour, boom, on the SPX, confirmation uptrend, and you already had a 5 above 13, above 21.80. So nice, same rules, all indices, including the crude market and the gold market. Gold really running it up today on the same rules. Over and over again, what do I stress? Coming back to the Russell. The Russell did a nice job today. The GC did a nice way right here. This was the one trade at the end of the day that just rode it up in the sandbox. Here we are. Crossover on the EMA. Ride it up. Stay in the trade. Manage your trade. We got different ways of trading. Keeping off our contracts. Everything from Fibonacci to looking at support resistance lines. Moving the stop up. Trailing if that's your style. Depending on how many contracts you trade at a time. All right. That's it for today's wrap. I hope you got something out of that for all these major indices, including crude and gold. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra, know one thing, know it well. I can't keep up all those monitors. One monitor is suffice for me. One market, I know it well. That's what I do every day. You might trade something else. That's okay. My plan will keep you disciplined. Keeps it simple. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs. Follow me on StockTwits. I leave the crystal ball to the experts. Check out nightly my plan. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. Hey, everybody out there, have yourself an awesome Blue Zone day.